twisting now. Okay, so we are back out here again today working on the electric so that we can get everything energized. But right now we are going to start with getting our rigid installed. So that rigid is going to be the first part of the grounding process, where we need to get that rigid attached down below ground level, and then that will be housing our number 4 copper wire, which will then run all the way to our 2 8-foot grounding rods. So hope you guys enjoy the video.
It's weird, the ground's so soft up here, but then it gets harder.
But it wasn't enough rain to penetrate.
How deep do you need to go here? How deep?
Enough for the rigid pipe, because unless you can cut the rigid.
How much of it is supposed to be underground? It doesn't say.
It doesn't have a specification for how much underground.
I'm still buckle. I'm still buckle.
Perfect. Okay, so we got the hole dug. Well, sorry, Elijah got the hole dug. So Elijah has the hole dug out down here. This depth doesn't matter because we're just making room because our rigid is long. The rigid does have to go underground, but we wanted to make sure that we got it in the correct spacing. And then we're still looking for the 10 mil tape, which we'll maybe go into town to get today. And so that we can tape off the bottom part of this that's underground. Okay, the weld's starting to break. Yeah, it's starting to break. There we go. Okay, so we have our hole in there, so that's where our rigid's going to come up through, and then our bushing's going to go on that side, and then we'll end up taking our number 4 copper and coming up through this way, and then up all the way up until we reach that ground that's up there. What's interesting is that other states, they don't even have to use rigid. Some other states, they can just run copper straight into the ground. Okay, so this is the piece that connects onto the top of the rigid, and then it already has the locking nut that it comes with.
The other way?
Oh.
Dude.
No, it doesn't want to go the other way.
Really?
Oh, never mind. I was using it wrong. Yeah, I was using it wrong. Okay, they don't usually provide instructions on how to do this part. another, because I have the two. They came with two, so can I use the lock?
Oh, it
right
came with
on
two?
one? Yeah, it came with two.
Maybe you can find any instructions.
Yeah, both. Because the way that this came off, this was like this. And then this was down here.
I wonder if it's supposed to go the other way. And what, we'll just like strap this thing onto here?
No, leave that on there. Why is it twisting now?
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, that's
What is it locking into?
I don't know.
Yeah, I just strap it. Yeah, it locked into something. Oh, these rods. You just left it alone.
We can get this one off. We can get this piece off.
Yeah, if I think it's going to strap it down, it should be fine. If you want, I could borrow one of those things from the other.
We have a strap.
A strap?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so as you can see, the rigid is now attached to this hole over here. So we ran into an issue where we couldn't figure out how to work the bushing that goes to the rigid. So we thought maybe the way that we did it wrong. So we punched this one out thinking that we needed a bigger hole. Clearly we did not need a bigger hole. We just needed to do the bushing correctly. So we went and got the second bushing because it came with two, and we re-looked at how it was set up. I installed it just like it was in the package, and now all of a sudden the rigid decides to thread into this one. It didn't want to thread into the other one, so I don't know what happened, but it's in there. So Elijah's just grabbing a strap really quick so we can strap the rigid to the wood post that we have down here. Okay, the sound might sound funny because I don't have my mic on because I almost forgot to grab video and everything. So this is what the meter box ended up looking like. We got the rigid in, we did put a lock on it, and then we put the meter cover that's supposed to stay on there until, you know. And then this one doesn't really hold tight until the meter's actually in there. So we went ahead and just put a strap on there because it's supposed to be raining and windy the next few days, but we should be working on it again tomorrow. And then we did lock this just so we can get in the good habit of making sure that it's locked. We did get the rigid in and attached, so that's going into the ground. Next thing that we'll have to do is just trench 2 feet out to install our first ground rod, and then another 6 feet out from that one to attach our other ground rod, and then we can run the copper up the rigid and then through the ground, and then we should be good there. But let me give you a overview of it. The bolts did very well holding up on that side, so yeah, we just need our conduit. Okay, so we are back working on the meter box. Good news is that everything that we are missing, except for the Schedule 40, that's the 10-foot, is currently on its way. So it should be arriving in the next couple days for us. And then we're going to end up going into town because we did find the Schedule 40 3-inch about 30 minutes away, so it's a lot better than having to drive an hour and a half to go get it. So we're gonna bite the bullet on that and go pick up 2 of those maybe sometime this week as well, so then we can make an appointment with the electric company and hopefully have power by the end of this week or the beginning of next week, which will be exciting. So right now we are pretty much where we left off yesterday. And so we ended up getting the rigid installed. That one gave us some issues, as you saw. And then we went ahead and just strapped the box because this piece, I think I said already, but it doesn't hold in properly unless you have the meter in there, so it can possibly come out with some high winds. And it did rain last night, and it was super windy last night as well. So yeah, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put another bushing down at the bottom of the rigid pipe here, and then we're gonna be trenching out 2 feet and to do our first ground rod, which you see over this side, and then we'll be trenching out another 6 feet from there to do the second ground rod. So that down there is the bushing. So our copper wire is going to come out of there. So we're going to go ahead and get the strap taken off really quick. Oh, I guess we can wait to run the wire. So we're going to start trenching out the 2 feet. Okay, so we have the entire area dug out. So that is where our copper will come into the ground, and then it's going to hit the first rod that's over here. And then that's 2 feet in distance. And then from this rod to where we're going to be placing the next rod, we're going to measure and double check, but that'll be 6 feet across. Once we get that rod in, then it will be time to run our number 4 copper wire that's over here. And then I think that's pretty much everything that we can do for today, until the rest of the pieces come. So all the way out 6 feet. So you have to square up this edge, because right where that edge is at is your 6 feet.
Oh, I need to cut more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
so that
that's
hole.
tree thing.
No, it's hole. Okay, so both rods are in the ground. See that one there, and that one over there. So next we are going to get the meter box opened up and get our number 4 copper wire run through with our acorn clamps.
I wanted to have you. I wanted
You are gonna help. You are gonna help in just a minute. But Mommy and Daddy have to do this part because you're too short. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we got the wire pulled all the way through. As soon as it came off the bottom, Elijah was able to pull, and I was able to push it from up here. So now we're just gonna bend this to get it into this grounding area. Okay, so we have our grounding wire now in there, going all the way down into the bushing, and then it is coming out down at the bottom. And now we're going to get it attached to our rods using acorn clamps. Okay, so we are completely done with the grounding process. So we have it coming up through that side, going down and through our rigid, and then we have it acorn clamped into this very first one, and then goes all the way out to the second rod where it is also acorn clamped, and then we just have to trim off that extra that's hanging out there. But I feel like out of the entire process, this was the most tedious. So next after this, it's just going to be digging the big 15-foot trench going back to the pole. Okay, so pretty much I feel like this portion might have been I guess this might have been the most tedious portion. I feel like just because bending the wire, getting it all the distance and everything, and then the hardest part was getting the wire through the rigid. But I'm glad that it's done. So now we're one step closer to actually energizing this thing. So we'll pretty much, as I said earlier, we're just waiting for the last few pieces. All the pieces that we're pretty much missing is for the 3-inch Schedule 40 conduit. And so once all that comes in, we'll be good. We do have the elbows already. Those I was able to get them shipped because they're small enough. But yeah, I think the next big thing is now we get to mentally prepare ourselves to trench that way by hand. Maybe I can talk Elijah into letting us rent an excavator. We'll see how that goes though. But 15 feet to the pole. And then what we're probably gonna do is we're probably gonna end up putting Terry on this side of the property because we did buy an RV. There's a lot of flies out here. We did buy a RV. I don't know what it's called. It's like the box that you plug the RV cord into to power it up for the AC outlets. And so we did buy one of those. So we're probably gonna put a temporary pole in the ground over here somewhere. And then we're gonna be parking Terry on this back corner until we get, until we're able to rent a trencher so that we can trench a line going to the other side of the property where we're gonna permanently park Terry. So we probably won't do that until we start working on the RV pad that Terry's going to sit on, and then also the gated in area, and then also the deck as well. So yeah, I guess we're pretty much done for today. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.